What up, TikTok? Hey, hope everybody's having a great Friday. Hey, don't let anything that's negative in your life dictate the rest of your life. Does that make sense? Hey, we all go through some hard times. We all go through some emotional stressors, maybe at work, maybe at home, whatever it may be. Don't let that dictate who you are and how you react to the rest of the things that life throws at you. Does that make sense? Like if you're feeling pissed off and angry all morning or all day, you're going to take that energy and you're going to present it to everybody else that surrounds you, your loved ones, your soldiers, whoever it may be. You're going to use that negative energy and it's just going to make everything worse. Try to be positive. Pick something positive in life that's going really well. Use that positive energy and let that dictate the rest of your day. We can harp on the negatives. We can harp on the bad things that are going on in life. It's not going to help us. It's not going to help us move forward. Stay strong, keep pushing, drive on. Happy Friday.
What's up, Trash Talkers? Hitting you up this morning with a special promo on how to dress when you're doing PT in civilians, but you want everybody to know you're an Army. This comes from the Buddy Beckwith fashion design of how to work out. So first, you can notice the RI panties. Not Ranger panties, but Ranger Instructor panties. The green socks, the knee brace for the old guys. Don't forget the M frames. Now the shirt, don't wear the Trash Talk shirt while you're running. This is just for the promo. You want to put on like an 80-second shirt or like your favorite airborne shirt so everybody knows that you're a veteran. That's the most important thing. And you start with this stretch. Buddy Beckwith taught me this one. Ready to go.
So, I'm walking out of the gas station and my co-worker, who's an old MP, but we still claim him, and has engaged the man in conversation. Not much for conversation with strangers, but he's got the tab. So as I walk by, I say airborne, and the man responds with, and I quote, "Hoorah." So after I instructed my coworker to slash every single tire before he put the car in gear, I look for the biggest rock. As I crow hop to throw it through his back window so he can stop posing as one of us, I actually wake up and realize that the man's ignorance had incapacitated me for a moment, and I was daydreaming. I mean, because in that moment you got two options. I chose the third option and said, "Incorrect. That's an incorrect response." And I kept walking. The man said nothing and he pulled away. So you tell me, what is it, a stolen valor thing? No Marine's gonna have an airborne tab, and no paratrooper's gonna say hidden hoorah. So you tell me, stolen valor?
Hey, y'all, going to work. I left you a note on the refrigerator. I love y'all. I'm gonna go.
Hey, go get dressed. Get ready for school.
You're doing great. I was just tooling along.
Shit! Bad guys! Stop!
Let me break it down Barney style.
Today's show is brought to you by the Farkas Group at the Veterans Mortgage Source. Are you looking for a team you can trust for your mortgage needs? The Farkas Group is our trusted partner on the podcast. I serve with Zach, and he will definitely give you the best rate possible. Their goal is to educate veterans across the country on their earned VA home loan benefit. If you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, reach out to these guys for competitive rates or any information you may need on obtaining a VA mortgage for your property. They are licensed in multiple states. If they are not licensed in the state that you live in, they will still give you the advice that you need and the rates you should be looking for.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Hour, hosted by Nick, Dave, Joe, and Buddy. Today's special guest is Sean, a Marine sniper who only joined because he saw the movie Jarhead.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Welcome to episode 65 of the Trash Talk Hour. Shout out to our sponsor, Zach Farkas with the Veterans Mortgage Source. Check him out at Zach Farkas at vmsloans.com. Check out Happy Place Hemp. You can find them at shopelevatedhempsolutions.com. Kyle Early with Barrage Coffee. Check them out at barragecoffee.com. And last but not least, 10th Mountain Whiskey. You can check them out at 10thwhiskey.com. Type in VTT, get yourself a special discount. Special guest today is fitness trainer Sean with Iron Rally Point. And today I'm joined by Buddy and Nick. Over to you, buddy.
Really? You didn't think anybody?
The special guest?
You're right. Hey, but before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to all of our viewers, fans, and supporters for voting for us in the Veteran Podcast Awards. We made 2 categories, right, Nick? Health and fitness and top armies.
I'm not helping
again,
you.
to everybody that's watching, we appreciate you guys. Boom.
But
Let's get this fucking
We
dumpster
just
fire started,
talked about
goddammit.
this. You had one job.
You had one job to say 2 sentences, and you couldn't fucking do it. All right, you got
I'm
one.
starting to dumpster fire early.
You even screwed up one word in that one sentence. Like, what is it?
I didn't listen to that.
Our special desk. I think you called
Our
it a
desk. We have a desk.
Desk.
Yeah. It's a,
I
hey,
said
you know
guest.
what? Marines
Yeah,
and desk are kind of, they're close.
Marine and desk.
Vaffanculo.
Yeah.
Halti festa, du dummes Arschloch.
It
That was
could
German.
be Italian. Desk could
Yeah.
be
Oh,
Italian.
hey, look. Hey, everybody. Dave speaks 3 languages again. Great.
But we just need to
Until
All right.
there's somebody that speaks those languages that's on the show, and they're like, I have no fucking clue. He's like the that sign language chick that just got arrested in Florida because she was just bullshit, like just like.
Oh.
So Buddy keeps getting excited and hitting the space bar. He found out.
Yeah, let's go, buddy.
Dude,
The
this
dumpster
space
fire
bar thing.
started. You're welcome.
This space bar thing is the greatest thing for Zoom that I've ever. It's literally like being back in the army. Like I'm pushed to talk. I just want to say over and out. Sometimes you don't fucking out me. I out you. All right. I started this conversation.
I outrank you.
So,
you don't out me.
We are the same rank. So you're just at the Sergeant Major's Academy. You're just
much.
the assistant to the regional manager. You're not the regional manager.
You have
or
to. You
the
have to
assistant
respect
regional
my
manager.
position.
You don't have a position there, student.
Not anymore.
Anyway, so honesty cap thing. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I travel a little bit, especially on the weekends, and I also live around Nashville, which is a big spot for bridal parties and groomsmen to come do their bachelor and bachelorette parties, right? And I have noticed, I was driving down the other day, and I saw 3 or 4 different cars that had like their Cash App name on the back of their car, like written on their car, and then like buy the groom a drink or buy the bride some drinks or give them money for. Why the fuck would I give you money for a decision you made? Like, you're the one that decided you wanted to get. In fact, for the groom,
Careful, you're gonna make all the liberals lose their fucking mind.
You asked the goddamn question. You're the one that fucking asked this lady if they want to get married. Now I gotta buy you a drink? Go fuck yourself, bro. If you can't afford to buy your own drinks in Nashville, don't ask me. Okay, that's honesty cap number 1. Don't write your Cash App. I wish that I could like take money out of your Cash App just because you wrote it, because you're an idiot. Like, you made that decision. I'm not funding your poor life choices. Second thing, and this one is seasonal, but
are we going alpha or numerical? Is it 1A or 2? Like you said 1, and then you said.
I like to switch them. I like to switch around.
It
I go
like
1,
I do.
And then A, and then I'll throw in like a box square. All right, square bullet point number 3. All right,
I'm following now. Okay.
Yeah. Anywho, next thing, and it's seasonal, right? Okay, I do masculine stuff all the time. I'm cool with having a pumpkin spice latte every now and again. It's delicious. It's like if Jesus Christ and Paul like had a baby and then that baby spit into your mouth. Delicious. Love it. Thank you. Thank you, Starbucks. I appreciate you invented it. But basic ass white people, we've gone too far. I went to Sam's Club the other day and they had pumpkin spice ravioli. Dave, I feel like you should be offended as like somebody who speaks
100%.
semi-Italian. You know what I mean?
100%.
But
What
like,
kind of
pumpkin
bullshit is
spice
that?
fucking ravioli? What are we mixing that with? Like, what the fuck do I put on top of that to make a fucking Italian meal? There are like some Sicilian people that should be going and digging up Sam Walton and kicking him in his face right now just because of that. Who pumpkin spice fucking ravioli? What's next? We've stopped. You got your hot drink. You got your cold drink. Leave it there. Let's just do one little thing. We can't have pumpkin spice everything. Next thing you know, it's gonna be pumpkin spice condoms.
How do you know there's not pumpkin spice condoms already?
There probably are.
You probably
I
know
would.
if there is or not.
I'm not gonna lie. For a
Yeah.
pumpkin spice condom, I might go down on it, dude. I don't know.
I mean, is it bad if he's wearing a condom? Is it contact? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, both. It's both safe and delicious,
Buddy, with your
kind of like the vaccine.
on Tinder,
Like the vaccine. It's both safe and effective
ran across
and delicious.
like that.
I have to agree with you on I mean, I have to re-quote you again. So if Jesus had a baby with fall,
autumn, if you would like.
Autumn, yeah. So Jesus
Autumn.
and
That
Autumn
sounds more like a chick that that
so
Jesus would
Jesus
get
and
with
Autumn got
Autumn.
together, had a baby, and then that baby spit in your mouth. That's
Yes, pumpkin
spice. Okay. I mean,
delicious.
So
I think
Derek Kaiser, real quick. Derek Kaiser in the chat says no comment on the condoms. Haha. So apparently Derek knows about them and they exist, buddy.
right. So
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. If you had a pocket full of pumpkin spice condoms and you went to say a place like Nashville, Tennessee, you would definitely not leave there.
did that fall out of my pocket? Did that fall out of my? Did I pull that?
Oh
out
my
of
God!
pocket?
I hope there's not a chick here in some tight pants with some weird boots and one of those hats with a real flat brim on it that really wants a guy that's single and has pumpkin spice safe sex.
And has an amazing Special Forces video on YouTube, how Special Forces use Tinder. So make sure for everybody that's watching, you need to check that out on our YouTube.
I'm gonna give. I have to give the fake Asian rights to use the Bex Boomhour video. Also, I think that one will work. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my honesty cap. And since I read the script, on to Nick. Go ahead, Nick.
Awesome. We kind of ran out of options on who to go to because Joe's not here. That's 2 of the last 3 weeks that he has not presented himself, which we made fun of him last night on the show that he doesn't take this very seriously. And I just think that we really need him. I wish he'd come on because he has a target audience. So, Joe, we miss you. I'm glad you're having fun at UFC 266 and you're in Vegas and all that stuff. We'll just carry on the workload while we don't want to do anything on our Saturdays, right? We'll do it all, Joe. Don't worry about it.
Nick, wait a second. Didn't Joe say that the internet was the reason that he couldn't make it on?
Yeah, he's
the internet in Vegas is bad. The one place that has internet that reaches the entire world to make bets.
He's on a plane right now. Yeah. Apparently, he can't afford to pay $5 to get internet. You know,
I mean, that would have been pretty cool to be on a plane to do it. But
agree.
Yeah, I you also would, buddy. I gotta break down your honesty cap a little bit because it's a good plug for our podcast coming up in October that we're going to launch. Is the 5th principle of patrolling. Dave doesn't know what that is because he stopped being infantry, never went ranger, and then went recruiter. Like, cool. I mean, I hope the extra $225 a month is worth it. Like, I mean, I don't know. What does the recruiter pay nowadays?
It's like $350.
Oh, $350.
They're about to reduce it.
Yeah, they should because they don't even require you guys to do anything anymore. Like they used to. I mean, they used to kind of haze you a little bit, which was nice. But no, the 5th principle of patrolling is common sense. Now, that's a tough one. But as a when I was a ranger instructor, that was sometimes the deal breaker where it was like, hey, you're kind of squared away, but you're fucking retarded, right? Like I can't put a tab on your shoulder because you're fucking stupid. Like not stupid education wise. You don't know like that you're not supposed to do that. Like that's something that you don't do that like ever. And we'll get into that in the show. But buddy, who those people are targeting with that, hey, pay me for a drink sticker, All right. They're not targeting you. All right. So it's okay that like you get upset about it because or get triggered because they don't want you. They don't want your dollar. Okay. They
Sounds
want
like they're living rent
idiot's dollar.
buddy's head,
Yeah.
like Joe would say.
Right. Oh, he only lived rent free. Bingo, my yeah. He only lived rent free for a few minutes. But also the reason I can do that noise is because I was listening to Missy Elliott, and I can turn around, flip it, and reverse it.
Yeah.
And so, like you gotta break it down just slightly. That there's a lot of idiots on this planet that don't have common sense. So and. You can learn it though. That is a learned trait. You're not done for if you don't have it. But we'll break down what common sense is. But I started when the Brewers were having a really good year a couple of years ago, like 2016 or something, 18 or something. I was like, I started a GoFundMe page that if the Brewers make the World Series, you guys got to pay for me, right? And it got up to $500, right, from random people, like. What? Now they didn't go to the World Series, so it all went back to them, right? But I should have kept it just because they don't deserve it. They don't deserve the money that they're giving up for that.
Yeah. Like I gave to a really worthy cause. Getting Chad, who's marrying Brittany, hammered one night, or getting Nick to the Brewers game.
Yeah. Like I did
basically a thespian, okay, guys, or not a thespian. That's an actor.
and a lot of people dislike COVID. All right, they dislike the COVID fear and all that good stuff. But I think COVID has produced some of the most golden opportunities to point out who the idiots are, right? And it's been absolutely perfect to be like, I am not hanging out with that person anymore, right? That person's fucking retarded. Okay. Like it literally something so simple has become so polarized that what side are you going to go to and make a fucking ass out of yourself? Are you going to be in your car by yourself driving with a mask on? All right. Or the guy on a motorcycle with no helmet on and a mask on. Like, are you going to be that guy? Right. Because
it might have just been a face. He just might have been protecting himself.
Yeah. No help. I mean, it could have been bugs. He didn't want bugs in his mouth. I mean, I don't know. But then again, I'm glad this is working towards something, gentlemen. So stick with us, and ladies that are watching. Thanks for watching, by the way. I like to see Captain Wayne Baconator back on. I said hi to him. He hasn't been on in a while. I don't know what you've been doing. I guarantee you it wasn't better than listening to us. So I'm glad you're back. We got Veteran Trash Talk and Gruntworks and YouTube we're live on. So go to all of our sponsors. All of our sponsors, they bought into our mission, which is to stop veteran suicide. All right, we're not gonna be able to do that completely. That's an unrealistic goal, but we've already put a dent in it on our own community, and we're hoping to put a bigger dent into it as this goes on. All of our sponsors have bought into that. So all of their products make sense for what we all like. Everybody likes coffee. Every veteran sells coffee. I mean, there's like 16,000 different veteran coffee brands, but Barrage Coffee, all right, they have the award-winning CBD infused coffee. All right, so go check them out. He's a veteran. He's got doing a lot of great things. Happy Place
Shout
Hemp.
out to Kyle Early, battle on the home front. Yep.
Yeah,
sure.
Happy Place Hemp. All right, I know some of you baby boomers, you hate fucking marijuana and you hate anything that's natural, like because the government told you it was bad for you. All right, so you're the same people wearing masks everywhere. All right, it's like the government said it was bad. Marijuana is bad, but hey, here's your fucking Vicodin, right? Like this got FDA approved, right? So again,
you should don't take marijuana. Take this heroin that we just
take this heroin.
It's
crack,
even better.
Crack.
It's a little bit. It's just a little bit more addictive, fellas. It's okay.
I think it feel really good the first time, probably. You know.
Yeah, Wayne, it's actually an award-winning CBD coffee. So go to Barrage Coffee and get that. But yeah, again. The government, every time you see one of those commercials that says you are entitled to compensation, right? They were all taking something that was FDA approved. All right. Everybody tracking that. And now you're awarded to some kind of compensation. Now, nobody's telling you, and just like we had the guys on from Veterans Action Council last week, and they say, don't just get off your drugs that you're on. All right. You gotta get off them slowly. All right. Have a doctor do it. But get the hell off of opioids. Just stop. All right. And another part of the whole system is fitness. Right? Nobody ever talks about how if you're really fucking healthy, COVID's not going to kill you. All right. If you're in really good shape, COVID's not going to kill you. All right.
I'm a COVID survivor.
I'm a
Nick
COVID
is a
survivor.
COVID survivor.
Right. Like, and we're men, so we acted like big babies when we had it. That's how men always act when they get some kind of flu.
2 days.
Right. Like
3 days.
We can't walk for like 3 days,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But the message is not going to get put out because all the big lobbyists don't want this message put out. And us as veterans are the ones that are supposed to help each other. And that's why we as Veteran Trash Talk partner with Gruntworks, right? Put all this out for free. Right? We promote any veteran-owned business for free. And that's why I'm super happy to have our guests.
Real quick. Derek Kaiser just said he's a 3-time COVID survivor in the chat. Derek, are you vaccinated is my next question. And then we can move on.
Yeah, well, Derek Kaiser
anyway, but yeah.
Derek,
are you vaccinated, Derek?
Prove it. All right. So anyways. Again, I love our community. We have anybody who's been in the military for over like 3 years and went to more than one duty station, all right, knows that the military is like the most awesome place to ever gather stories about people who believe certain things, watch certain things, do certain things. It is great. You have some, I could go on for hours on stories, but I'm super happy to have Sean on the show because he hit us up on Instagram. And then I know I got to start talking to him a little bit, and he has the exact same philosophy that we have. All right. Build veterans up. Okay. Get veterans a different avenue other than, hey, here's your opioids. Feel sorry for yourself. You got PTSD. You got tinnitus. Everybody on this fucking show has that. All right. So like there's other things you can do. All right. To take your mind off of the negative shit and turn it into the positive. All right. And we got Sean Waterman, who was allegedly he was a Marine sniper, but that's like that bar story that like, oh, you were in the Marines. What'd you do? You ever see the movie Jarhead? Yeah, that was me, bro. Like, I'm a fucking scout sniper, man. So like
that movie is only awesome because it's an entire movie about being trained to be a sniper to get to the very end and not do any snipering.
And nothing happened.
Fuck!
Yeah. The one time you get
that whole build up to like, oh.
Yeah, the one time you get to take a shot, then that's when the Army comes in and blows everything up, and it's like, oh, you almost got to be cool, and it's like, yeah, well, watch us take Fallujah and Ramadi again while you guys lost it as Marine Corps. But we do what we got to do. The Army is obviously better. We're older. We're more experienced. All the Marines come to our schools. We don't go to your schools because, do we really need it?
Hey, I will say that for to be on the Marine side, every Marine that I've ever met in the Army said that the Marines is awesome, even though they're in the
why'd you change
the Army?
Yeah.
Why are you not in the Marines anymore?
No, because they weren't scout snipers. The Marines wouldn't let them be snipers. They were like air defense artillery, like bucking, and they had to come.
I thought everybody in the Marines was a sniper.
God, you'll have your back pay here in a sec. You can fire back right.
Oh yeah, no, it's true.
Did he just say back pay?
I said back pay. Yeah.
Yeah. See the problem with like Rangers and Green Berets is when we go TDY to another country, and it's usually like an Air Force base, and we're trying to tell all the girls we're pilots, all right, and it's not working. And it's like, so we find some pilots and we're like, hey, how do you get the girls around here? It's like, oh, we tell them we're special forces. It's like, oh shit. Like, it's like, I could have just told the truth, but
dude, I had a captain that worked in my office that busted out a guy who was talking to some chicks down in Nashville saying that he was a pilot. And he was like, oh, man, that's cool. What do you fly? And then he told him, and it was a unmanned aerial vehicle. He's like, you're not a fucking pilot, bro. You're a goddamn, you fly model airplanes. What are you talking about?
They get pilot wings, buddy, so you're wrong.
Yeah, they have to take a flight.
Yeah, they get pilot wings, but there's a big difference between crashing and getting told, oh, hey, you're in trouble because you crashed.
I'm just saying, why do they have to take a flight
and
physical?
Fucking dying. You know what I mean?
Anyhow, we're taking so much time up.
Yeah, it's okay, but Dave, that's the dumpster fire. This is what we do. So don't you had to speak 2 sentences.
This was a long dumpster fire here.
It doesn't matter. It can be longer.
Right.
Fires sometimes don't get put out.
Yeah.
Sean has a fitness program. I already forgot it. Shit. I've been drinking potato vodka for a while. So you got ironrallypoint.com. And so check that out, ironrallypoint.com. And if you look at for proof of, that he's got biceps bigger than Dave, right? So, he's obviously doing something right. And, but again, the overall fitness, the overall health. And guess what? Everybody likes this word free. All right. So if you're a veteran and you need a fitness program, you go check him out, and he's going to talk about it some more and talk about, his service, and he's going to, talk about what moved you to, be the philanthropist that you are. Maybe too many lives taken as a scout sniper. So Sean, welcome to the Trash Talk Hour. And this Marine has the floor.
Well, shit. Thanks for taking it easy on me there. Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, a little bit about my service. Was with 3-2. Originally was a 31, which was a machine gunner, for anyone friggin' interested here. And then went over to a state platoon for the last couple deployments, was over there for a bit. Main thing, guys, is I got out, and I noticed, probably like a bunch of you guys, is just the suicide rate was phenomenal. I mean that in a horrible way, especially my unit 3-2. We saw the biggest suicide rate almost inside the Marine Corps within a 10-year period. We studied the curbs and everything. It was friggin' insane. And really what started all this was every year I would get a call. I mean, this is real shit right here. Every year I would get a call. Someone committed suicide, from Rob Richards to Ropke. I go on and on. I'm sure you guys know a ton of friends too who actually went down that road and whatnot, and took their own lives. But what I started to realize is I had my demons too. When I was out, I think everyone has their demons, and I started actually working out. I started bodybuilding. I started getting in the gym, and I noticed this crazy effect it was having on my mind. It put me in a better place. And I think it's kind of funny because, everyone talks about, weed and how it's kind of horrible. Like you were talking, oh, it's so horrible and whatnot. The real killer here is alcohol, guys. That's the real killer. No one wants to talk about that. I mean,
pay attention, Nick. Pay attention.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's the real killer. Anybody that I deal with probably has a dependency on alcohol. It's not weed. It's not anything else. It's always alcohol driven somehow. But kind of since working with a lot of people, I've helped over 150. People always go, it's free. What's the catch? That's something I always get. What the hell is the catch? Like, can I just not help somebody out? And no, I mean, what I do is I actually provide, I give you a free nutrition plan. I give you a free workout plan. I am on the other end of the phone if you need me anytime during the day. I mean, from if you're competing or if you're just, hey, man, I just want to, I don't know, I want to look better. I want to feel better about my life. There's this crazy effect that, I don't want to call it crazy, but they've been studying the dopamine effect and stuff and what working out actually does for you in a bunch of PTSD survivors. When I say survivors, because, well, they're still alive. But it's something about working out that has vastly helped over everyone that I've helped. I've seen people who have, I've had people who have come straight out of jail with tethers on, take a picture of the tether, and they're like, I got to get my shit together. They'll hit me up. I'll write them a program. I'll be like, listen, this is what I get. We're going to check in on your nutrition. We're going to see what you're doing. And dude, it changes everything. It changes their family. It changes everyone else around them. So when you talk about fitness and just helping one person, it's just not one person you're helping. You're helping the family behind that person as well. So it's kind of got a tenfold effect.
That's awesome, Sean. And we mentioned free. So this is obviously a huge venture, if you're helping out. I mean, how many vets are you helping out right now? Are we talking 5, 10 people? Or are you helping 30, 40 people out, and how does that process work?
Yeah, it's a crazy process. Right now, it's not as streamlined as I'd like it. It's just getting bigger, which kind of is, I'm going to have to figure something out here soon. I've helped over 150 to 200, actually 175 if I have it on my phone, in a matter of 3 months of people just reaching out and guidelines. And, you can't help everybody out. Some people are going to drop off, but we're looking at a 70 to 80% turnover rate for the better so far. And I'll live with those odds any day. So it's going to scale. It's going to get bigger. So I'm going to have to figure out where to go from there. You guys are scaling. You guys are getting big. So I'll have to pick your brain on that. I just see it going bigger and bigger and bigger and better, but never, ever, ever will I be one to charge. You could quote me right now. I'm never going to charge for it.
So somebody like Buddy, who used to be a stud, but you can look at him now.
I think
it's pretty scary. So like if Buddy wants to get on this fitness program and routine now, what does he do? He hits you up and tells you his goals, and then you tell him what to do and what to eat. And I mean, he does need help. Just look at him. At least he's not homeless anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, you go to the site and I set up an initial consultation. I like to get to know everybody. I'm just not going to throw a diet at you. I'm not going to throw a bunch of bullshit numbers at you. Like, here's your carbs, here's your protein. I want to hear your story, man. I want to know what's going on with you, because everyone's got a unique way of getting to where they want to go. You got all those guys out there. Oh yeah, I'm going to put together your diet for you and it's going to be great. And I've done bodybuilding competitions and shit. And then once they give you their numbers, hey, see you later. You want anything else? It's going to be $100. There's nobody on the other end to talk to. And, maybe when you're freaking going through a hard time, you want to hit up.
I think I cut you off earlier, buddy. My bad.
No, you're good. I think it's interesting. Because when you talk to people, especially people that are getting out, they're like, that's one of the things, right? They're going to grow their hair out, they're going to grow their beard, and they're never doing fucking PT again because they don't have to, right? And I think especially, I mean, for real, they're like, I'm never doing PT, but you don't understand that it's just a healthy way of life that you should just continue anyway, right? And then the other thing is that it's interesting that you said that you had like a 70 or 80% success rate. Like, well, the people that are reaching out to you are the people that by nature are willing to do the work, right? Like, we can send you to all these other people. Well, not all. A lot of the other people that are asking for help aren't actually willing to put any of their own work into the game.
Because
they want you to give them a pill or a program or something that somebody else is doing.
You bring up an excellent point, and that's what I was going to say is that with me, I got to be a hunter a little bit. I can't sit there and be a gatherer. I mean, PTSD has all these resources where we just kind of sit back and we just wait for people to put in the work. They're willing to do it. So, I think, especially now as a veteran, I feel responsible that I got to go out and I got to hunt a little bit. I got to dig around in people's, hey, how you doing? Start a conversation. You have to hunt for people who are doing bad. They're not always going to come to you. You got to seek these people out if you really care and want to make a difference, because like to your point, people who want to get help, most likely they're going to get it. And that's to your point exactly, is that the most successful people that come to me, the people who carry on with a healthy lifestyle, are the ones who've actually come to me. The ones that I seek out are harder to get invested in that and keep going.
Yeah, that's that's a good point. I could let Buddy go on, seeing as you complimented him, and that doesn't happen very often on the show. So, Buddy, if you want to follow up with that, go ahead.
No, I was actually I was just going to say that I think it's first of all, thank you for the compliment. It really doesn't happen very often that I make a decent point.
I didn't know that. I take it back.
Again, as we were talking, the people that want help are a lot of these people that need help are doing work already. They're just putting effort into the wrong area, and they're beating their head against the wall, hoping to get through the wall when they could just move. If somebody told them, hey, move over to the left a little bit and just walk, and you'll be able to do the work. I feel like there are a lot of people that are, and honestly, a lot of these guys, they're 18 when they join the military. And what physical fitness do they learn? Run 5 miles every day and then go lift as many heavy things as you can possibly lift. And then you can eat whatever. It doesn't matter, but just smash corn dogs in the afternoon at chow. Go run 5 miles.
Corn dogs were delicious, by the way.
Oh God, for real? God, no ketchup though, just mustard.
Just mustard,
yeah.
No, that's absolutely. And people, it's hard because a lot of people who come out of the military, they got such a negative experience with PT. You got to think about this for a second. It was used as a consequence their entire life. It was used as, hey, you messed up, go meet Mr. Pine Tree 5 miles away or 10 miles away. See ya, run, crawl, push this, do this, so it was used as a negative reinforcement. So now when people try to better their lives, they go, I'm going to do that through fitness. You're friggin' crazy, man. They got that negative connotation with it. So you kind of got to reteach their mind, hey, it can be used for the positive.
And I'll tell you, my bad, Nick. I didn't mean to step on you, but I have a really good point to make.
Do it. Keep sending it. You're not fired, anybody.
This is it's gonna be a twofer, guys. It goes two in a row. But what I've also found, especially as you get older, if you don't stay in the gym, continue to do physical stuff, shit starts falling apart at a faster rate than it would if you. And you don't have to. You gotta kind of flip a switch from, I need to be the fastest guy on my team, I need to be the strongest guy on my team, or at least competing to be that, to just like, I need to maintain a physical fitness level that keeps me healthy. That's a completely different outlook, right? That being said, not too awfully long ago, I got to a point where like I couldn't lift because I was busy doing a bunch of other stuff. I was selling a house. I was doing a bunch of stuff. I couldn't get to the gym, and like stuff just started hurting everywhere, which made me almost want to just lay on the couch. So I was like, well, fuck everything. So I don't want to like do anything. And it's just a domino effect that keeps push towards like being the link between your physical health and your physical well-being and your mental health and your mental well-being is so misunderstood and underlooked at, that when you start feeling, especially us who our physical ability is linked directly to our ability to do our job and the ability for people to need us. Once we physically start falling off, then we think, well, nobody's going to need me anymore. And then that takes you down a middle road to, well, it looks like it's time to start a 9 mil. You know what I mean? Because nobody cares. Nobody's going to want me because I'm physically not able to do anything for them.
Yeah,
that was my point.
That was it. Well, I was waiting for the hit. Your first
that
point,
was the hit.
Your first point really hit. I think maybe if you stopped with the 9 mil, I think it would have been
It'd have been more of a punchline or something.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
But in regards to physical health as well, and a lot of people don't realize this, and I think America has a huge problem with this, is your fucking diet and what you put in your body. Like, wouldn't you suggest, and I don't know if this number is a little far-fetched, but fucking 70% of your fucking physical health in regards to looking good, gaining muscle, all that stuff is your fucking diet. Maybe 60%. You can educate us all and all our viewers on this. But America has a huge obesity problem with all the fast food and bullshit. And then somebody says, I'm going to the gym, but I'm not getting results. Well, you fucking look what you're eating, damn it,
That and the kids obesity, I talked about, is up 3% since COVID. So when they make these restriction rules and all that stuff, that's a freaking 45% increase in 1 year, right? 1 year, a 45% increase.
Yep.
Go ahead, Sean.
Especially when they want to lock you down, keep out the gyms, and they want you to drink alcohol, be fat and happy, man. They want to keep you sick.
That's what I told my school board. I went to my school board and I was like, hey, look, I'm privileged. Okay. And so I can find coaches for my kids. I can work out my kids. But if you look at families that are not privileged, where they're struggling, and you put their kids home for a year, right? Those kids are now fatter. All right. Their immune system is now weaker. So now next year, as we evolve shortly, like I said, the stats are there. It's amazing how big of a jump in obesity in children happened. And then it was 60% of that increase was, lower income families. You just made them targets for viruses. So now there's no shock that this year kids are getting hit by COVID when they weren't really getting hit by it last year, right? It's not a shock. You made them fatter and you didn't let them get any germs on their hands. All right. So it's like you canceled all sports. It's like, good job, school boards. Like you just murdered kids.
Yeah. Right. Stop. We don't want to hear any of that common sense around here, though.
Hey, common sense.
There's a podcast coming out about that, guys.
Yeah. Whoa,
I'm about to hold on.
Get a shot
on. Let me. Are you guys ready to watch Nick's head explode? Watch this. So, to quote Shakespeare in the play Caesar, Caesar said, "Surround with me, bald, fat, jolly men because they don't think. They just eat, watch shows, and they do whatever, and they're easy to control. Get away the guys that are skinny, have flat stomachs, they think too much, and they're dangerous.
Yes.
That's not a perfect quote, but that's what he said.
That was pretty good, buddy.
Yeah,
Pretty
get jacked with a mask.
Yeah, I like it.
But Sean, in regards to the diet again.
I got Dave.
You got something, Nick?
I've been trying to say something for like 20 minutes, and I keep letting Buddy go because he was on a roll. I'm
quoting Shakespeare over here, guys. I just want to say,
I don't know if you understand it, but sometimes in a fire you can put like acorns in it, and then it changes the color of the flame, right? So this dumpster fire got a little acorn today, and like we're talking about fucking Shakespeare now, right? So let this shit ride. So you brought up some things. I had to write it down, like dopamine, alcohol, all right, and then like work ethic. We are sponsored by 10th Mountain Bourbon, and we always say it. We had like a string of guests, like 5 in a row, that were recovering alcoholics. And it's like, well, shit, it's like we're sponsored by a bourbon company.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody listening, if whatever you're doing is causing you to go backwards in life, if it's causing you to not get to where you think you should be, all right, it's nobody else's fault. All right, it's yours. Right? And dopamine is a natural thing, a natural occurrence from working out. It's not even really studied anymore. It's almost through the scientific method. It's almost a law. It's like when you do this drops out of this pituitary gland and it goes into your nervous system and you're fucking happy. Right. So doctors, for the most part, are all great human beings. Right. The people who come up with some of these drugs, right, they're doing it out of humanity. They're the ones that came up with the science, all that stuff to help people, right? Then the pharmaceutical companies get their hands on it, and now it's about money, right? So it's no conspiracy that they want to keep you on the pills. Right? Any good doctor doesn't want to see you again, right? And the first sponsor we had with Ventura Training and Athletics, they were like, if I have to doing muscle activation technique, they're like, if we have to see you after 6 months more than twice a month, we're failing. Like we don't want to see you again.
Right.
Like
and right. I actually visited my family doctor, and the guy looks at me. He goes, "Let's run some bloods on you." I go in for a physical, and he goes, "Your cholesterol is through the roof." I go, "My cholesterol's through the roof." He's like, "What do you eat?" I'm like, "Well, chicken, rice, drink occasionally, not all that much." And some people are just like that. So he prescribes me some statin drugs, right? I go, okay. I find other methods outside of statin to actually lower cholesterol levels, and it's not that this doctor was incorrect. It's just sometimes this is what they're taught, It's what they're taught.
Doctors have to do what the American Medical Association says to do to keep their license. So they can't prescribe you CBD. Right now, a good doctor might say, "Hey, try this instead. You don't really need it." Right. But then they risk all kinds of stuff. Again, the VA is not bad. Right. The VA is not a community, though. All right. The VA has a job. It has a responsibility. There's a lot of great people there. So what Sean is doing, all right, which is what I wanted to lead into with all this, like dopamine, alcohol, work ethic, the overall American laziness, the overall laziness of the world. You go to socialist countries, you just see people completely content without having a job, and not having any money, and not doing anything, right? They're content. Okay, but we do live in the greatest country in the world where we can start a podcast and get sponsors. All right, we can start who does that? But we were bored during COVID and started a company. It happens. So Sean, go through. We always say, get the demon out. It's your responsibility. It's not my responsibility to get your demon out. All right, that's your job. But when you get it out on our community, that's when we step in to help. And like Buddy said, maybe one guy in our community, that's why the larger we grow, the better we can be for stopping veteran suicide, is, hey, go this way. All right, just turn a little bit to the right. All right, and then you're good. And that's why we're excited to have you on the show, because you're a guy now that if somebody says, hey, I'm having struggling with this, I could be like, go see this guy. Go see Sean.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Sean's going to help you. All right. And we're able to do that as a community. So go through a couple stories of, success and failure, because a lot of people think failure is bad, right? It's okay to fail. That way you get better. But again, if you're watching and you're in a bad place, like one of the guys on here, I think it was Kenny. Kenny said, like, it just hurts more if you stop for a while. That's a fucking fact. If you've dug yourself into a rut and you start to work out, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt bad. Okay. But you deserve that. Like you deserve that because you let it get there, but now get past it. All right. When I have I'm 40. So when I drink heavy on a fight night, like UFC 266 night, I got a lot of money going on. I'm hungover for 2 fucking days now. Right. So now I just wasted. I am not productive for 2 damn days. So what good did I just do?
There's a whole scale you got to use for drinking at this point. After 40, there's a scale. It's like, how much do I want to drink in order to be socially acceptable? How much do I have to do this week? And how much am I going to fuck all that noise?
How old are you, buddy?
44.
44. You look
like
44.
He's actually not retiring. They're forcing him out because he hit 50 years old. But no, hey, Sean, give us some success stories. Give us some of the things you've seen. Give us some of the excuses you've heard. All that kind of stuff.
I think we'll start with excuses here because it's probably one of the most I hear the most is I don't have time, and I think this is one that's in the fitness world. Nothing to do with PTSD or any veteran whatsoever. Just overall is I just don't have the time. You have the time. The problem is you just have to structure your day so you can get that physical activity in. Time is everywhere. Time marches on. What you do with it is up to you. And I preach that message constantly to people because they go, well, I don't have the time. Well, you're going to have to sacrifice something. Are you going to sit around on your ass watching Netflix for 2.5 hours or the news? Yeah, right. Yes. Or I know
Netflix and chill.
I love Netflix. Right. Or you're going to go to the gym just for an hour. Yeah, it hurts. Get in there, do it. You do it more frequent. It's going to be okay. So time is the number one thing that I probably hear the most. There's just not enough time in the day. I'm too busy. You can fit it in. You gotta work on time management. It's that simple. I'll give you guys a failure story. I am the living failure story of what I've started. I am a horrible failure, and that's why I succeed. Michael Jordan, I believe that's what he said. When I first got out, I was a wreck, guys. I mean, shit. I think I self-medicated alcohol just to go to sleep at night. Was going through college. I guess was doing all right. I was a single father at the time, and it was rough. I mean, life was taking a toll on me. And every time I would, just get a glimpse, of the gym and get in there, I would fall right off. And the thing is you're not going to succeed the first time you start this bout. You're not. You're going to fail. And people need to realize you are going to fail. And it's going to happen over and over and over and over again until you're finally successful. Don't think that your first time trying something, you're going to succeed wildly and that's it. It's over with. This whole thing is a process that you're going through. So just because you haven't completely succeeded or hit your goals, whatever it may be, physically or just trying to live a healthy lifestyle, at least you were better off than when you started. And that's the problem where people, they want the success right now. They just don't want to put in the work. They think maybe one trip or a week straight to the gym is going to fix them. It's not. You have to consistently do it. I mean, you didn't get fat. You didn't get over shape, in a week. It probably took a year of abuse, maybe 6 months of abuse. That's how much time it's going to take to get back to where you were at. So that's my advice as far as failure. And I realize that. Some of the success stories I've had have been pretty remarkable. Like I said, I had a guy who just got out of jail. He had a tether on. He did robbery, armed robbery, actually. Got out. Must have had a good lawyer. I don't know how he was out. I don't really dig into that affair, but shit. All right. Good on you, brother.
Probably Trump.
Yeah, maybe he got pardoned.
Well, if he'd have known you before, he would have had bigger armed robbery. Or he wouldn't have gotten caught because his cardio would have been better.
Dad joke
Hey,
right
I'm
there.
gonna give you a half of one on that. I'm gonna give you a half of one on that. That was good.
Yeah, dude, I'm all for dad jokes, man. Those are great. but yeah, man, he was shit. He just out of the blue through a referral. He heard about me and IronRallyPoint.com, and he goes, "Hey, I got to turn my stuff around. I used to be a stud, man. I used to be a killer. So, he just reached out, and he wanted to put on muscle. So he put on 10 pounds of muscle in about probably 4 to 5 months, which is actually, those are newbie gains. It's nothing you can really do really quick. That's a special situation. But yeah, and ever since then, his family has thanked me. They've reached out and said, dude, he is a new guy. What the hell did you do with him? I didn't do anything, he just believed in himself and walked the walk in the past. And now he's actually reaching out to other people in the veteran community, helping them. So that's kind of cool. That's the effect that we all can have together, is once we fix one guy or try to fix him, he's going to turn around and do the same thing for the next guy in line. And that's kind of my goal here, is just not to get people happy and healthy at Iron Rally Point, but what I want them to do is pass the buck on. I helped you out. It's your turn to go and help someone else out, pay it forward kind of deal.
That's great stuff, Sean. And again, for everybody that's watching, what are the plugs and the website again, and how long does the sign up process take? Talk somebody through that process. If they go to your website or go to your Instagram and they want to sign up for this program, they're emailing you, like, what are they doing? And then how long does it take for you to contact them after they signed up?
Absolutely. So I streamlined it. I make it super simple. So you can go to my website, ironrallypoint.com. From there, it's going to give you all my contacts, Way of the Iron. You can get to me on Instagram there. You can DM me. You can also go ahead and throw me an email, which is just real simple, SeanWaterman11@yahoo.com. Or you can even go ahead and message me while you're actually on the site. I have my site with me at all times. And then what I like to do is we set up an appointment within 24 hours, or the most most available time you have. So turnaround time is not a problem. I will get to you within 24 hours. And I've succeeded at doing that so far.
And this is this, we might've hit on that, just veterans, or is this anybody?
So recently I just took veterans on, right? And Gold Star families, obviously, as well. Your Gold Star family, you are welcome here. Absolutely. If you have anyone in your family who's a veteran, please come. And there's people who actually do deal with a lot of depression, PTSD outside of the military. Absolutely. I will take them as well. Because it's just not a veteran issue. It's very heavily in veterans. Yes, very, very, PTSD is huge in veterans. However, there is a small group or percentage out there that do need that help as well, and I provide that.
Yeah, hey, Sean, I don't know if you got a pen on you, but I can email it to you later. But you need to check out Gold Star Teen Adventures. All right, that's
Gold Star Teen Adventures.
Adventures, yes. We got our UFC host, Bill Senate 7 Pearson. He's a fister. We don't really like that. Calls in for big bombs. He's a sergeant major now too, but he's part of that organization as well, and they take care and they try to help the surviving children of service members that lost. And so that's probably a good link up for you and them to get in there and maybe get them on a program or something like that. Some of the kids in there, especially ones dealing with that.
What was that again? It was
Gold Star Teen Adventures. I'll email you all this. Just remind me.
Okay.
I'll get you in touch with Bill, who's right now probably losing his betting in college football because he has no business doing that. But when UFC comes around, make sure you pay attention to that.
Should have bet for Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah, that was huge. Okay, but here's something that I like that you brought up again with PTSD. I always bring this stat up. I always ask people when they start talking about PTSD, I go, you know who suffers the most from PTSD? Like, what is the highest percentage of people in a demographic? It's not veterans, right? It's women. It's women after childbirth, right? So again, and we ignore that. We're like, we're men. We don't care. We're like, hey, like, you're supposed to have babies. Get over it. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like of course, because we don't think about it that way. Same thing, we say that to military guys as well. You went to war. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? All right. I personally does not speak for all veterans. And the problem with being, in the veteran community is we are minorities. So when I say something as a veteran, I represent veterans. Right. And it's like, you got to be careful of what you say. Now, I think I handle the stuff I've seen in combat better than some. However, I grew up and I matured a little bit to the point of, to say you don't have PTSD all right, is a disservice to the veteran community. You just might have a tool that handles it a little bit better. And that's
Right.
why, as a community together, all right, I've learned a lot from our page and our group, just from some people talking about what they do. Right. And it's like, never thought about that. Right. Never thought about that as an option. Now there is, and as I'm gonna get back to you again, there is an option. And Buddy always brings it up with cops. You know, cops go to battle every day. Every single day. All right. They get geared up and they go, and 99% of them are out there to do awesome things. And they get put in situations that are horrible. They see domestic cases that you don't ever want to see. They see, kids getting, like just, they see brutal stuff. Paramedics see brutal stuff. All right. Firemen see brutal stuff. Like, I'm going to use my brother-in-law. He's a cop. And they got into a house and there was this guy that weighed like 600 pounds. Right. And there was a fire. So they rush in there. The cops go, and this guy's just like, hey, man, let it burn, man. I'm good. I'm done. And it's like, it's just brutal to see that and hear that. And it's like, this guy let himself go so far that he was literally like, dude, I'm done. But working out 100% Trash Talkers and Gruntworks, working out the right way, first of all, which is what Sean will help you out with, working out the right way will 100% make you better. It won't make you where you want to be necessarily right away or in 5 years, but you will be better off. You will be if you start working out. All right. But do it the right way. So go see Sean. All right. Sean Waterman at ironrallypoint.com. All right. So Sean, you get a couple last words before Dave closes us out. And, we love having you guys like you on the show. Girls
awesome.
Too. And we hope that people actually go see to your site and start bettering their lives right now. Because we get some chats here in the thread, all that kind of stuff. And again, you see a lot of it, some of it's excuses, some of it's, which is fine. We all make them for ourselves. But yeah, again, ironrallypoint.com. Just give some more plugs out and you get the last word.
Yeah, guys, go ahead. Even if it's someone else that, isn't a veteran, and that's fine, and you want to work out with them, send them my way. I'm really at no hesitation to take anybody and everybody that I can. Yeah, it's busy, but, it's worth it. I want to thank you guys. Thanks for having me on. I understand the work you guys are doing in the community. You guys are doing a hell of a job, bang up job. Not a lot of veterans out there are being proactive like you guys. So I recognize it. I tell everybody that I work out. Hey, you guys got to listen to these guys. These guys are spot on. I know you guys are going to grow in the community because you're doing the right thing, and I see you guys getting bigger, and I appreciate the spotlight for a little bit just to help out on the situation.
Hey, absolutely, Sean. I appreciate you. And, for everybody that's watching, that's what we do. We promote veteran-owned businesses for free. So anybody else that's, tuned in right now, anybody who watches this later, hit us up. Come on the show. We promote you for free. I think Nick talked to our marketing guy one day and it was like, people should be paying us. We don't want the money. We're about the community. We're about changing lives and helping each other out. So thanks again, man. I love your program. I might look into it. I'm 40. I'm looking pretty good. The face.
Yeah. Damn it. I had a joke about you, Dave. I had a joke about you that I wanted to say and I forgot about it.
I wouldn't mind a little bit more muscle, I'm just maintaining.
Dave has been the same size since we met, right? And he still benches. He still benches 315. That's all he can bench. All right, he's never. I did
325 the other day. Competition
nobody
press.
saw it, and your butt came off the fucking thing. So
I'm not pulling a press in pairs.
Dave only wants to get big so he can press all the other kids at the rap studios.
Yeah, exactly.
We can push him around. I used to be a kid rap star too, and then just go knock him on the ground.
Dave has albums, but no. Sean, before Dave closes us out, what can he do for his legs? Because he has really small muscles in his legs. And
oh man, hey, I was at a disadvantage for a long while in my legs. You guys want to hear a secret about doing legs?
Dave does. Yeah.
All right.
I have legs. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right.
And you got like a fucking big ass belly and shit. So get out of here.
Yeah, but I have a legs to carry them around. You
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
You ran fast because all you had to do was lean forward, and then your scrawny ass legs had to keep up.
Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
Hey, man, squats. And I'll tell you right now, I've learned the most from women on how to grow your legs. You talk to a girl. A lot of guys won't talk to girls. You want to grow your legs? Talk to a chick. I'm serious. I got a fiance who can freaking. She's beefy. I talk to her.
Get a female.
I am 100% going to hit you up, Sean, and I'm going to get a workout regimen for my legs, and I'll make that change starting tomorrow.
Good. I hope so.
I love it.
That's
I love
a
it.
huge problem in your life.
Let's do it.
But, yeah.
What do you got going on for the rest of the day?
As always.
You got nothing going on the rest of the day today. You can go use some gains right now.
I actually am going to a barbecue with the in-laws and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I got a lot going on today.
Yeah, they're all going to be
don't have time.
They're all going to
You
be
don't have
baked with
time.
happy place.
And I went to the gym this morning. I went to the gym this morning already, so I had time.
Let me guess, you benched 315 once. Yeah, good.
But anyway, hey, we're closing this bad boy out. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you go check out veterantrashtalk.com. Has all the plugs to YouTube, TikTok, our websites, podcasts, all that good stuff. And then check out our merch. Nick's wearing one of my favorite shirts. Go to shop.veterantrashtalk.com. Yeah, Buddy isn't wearing shit.
Buddy has a fuck you shirt on.
Get yourself some merch. Part of our proceeds go to Stop Soldier Suicide. Everyone have a happy Saturday. We'll catch you next week. We're out.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Where do we turn to veteran trash talk? Where do we turn to veteran trash talk? Where do we turn to veteran trash talk? Bravely every morning. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bravely every morning. One day I'm okay, next day darkness. One day I'm okay, next day darkness. One day I'm okay, next day darkness. Bravely every morning. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bravely every morning. Past is the past, so be forgiven. The past is the past, so be forgiven. The past is the past, so be forgiven. Bravely every morning. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bravely every morning. Let's fight, don't quit, call that in order. Let's fight, don't quit, call that in order. Let's fight, don't quit, call that in order. Bravely every morning. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bravely every morning. Raise a glass for those we're missing. Raise a glass for those we're missing. Raise a glass for those we're missing. Bravely every morning. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bad days, good days, up we rises. Bravely every morning. That's what we do in veteran trash talk. That's what we do in veteran trash talk. That's what we do in veteran trash talk. Bravely every morning.